Alrighty, so I just got done watching King Oja episode 44, Proof of the Kings, the True Alliance of the Six Kingdoms. So this episode, I thought we were going into a wacky, silly, goofy episode to sort of take a breather from all the serious stuff we've had for the past couple of episodes. But no, this episode was a little bit wacky, but it also had a big serious moment and a big plot reveal, which is kind of a game changer moving forward, leading into the end game of King Oja. So in this episode, it starts off very silly. You've got Raculus, who's in a cage in Yama's kingdom, and he's called Raculus Bot or whatever he gets called, and he's talking like a robot, and that's his punishment because Yama has him locked up, and that's his service to the community by being a tool. Funny joke. But then in this episode, we get the bombshell that the other kings of all the kingdoms have these special powers, and these special powers come from their little crescent on them. One of the examples being Rita, who has that freezing ability that we've seen a couple of times, along with the Sharingan that Rita has. But all the other kingdoms have this power, like Himino, Dabowski, characters like that, they have this power as well. But we also get the reveal that these powers used to be one, and it was strong enough to pierce the universe. But separately, these powers are pretty powerful within themselves as well. And in this episode, we see Yanma harnessing his abilities to use it. So I can see where King Oja is going to go moving forward, leading into the finale, as each one of the King Ojas are going to harness these special abilities, and they're going to start taking out the rest of the Galacta insects. This episode saw the defeat of Hillbill, and she's gone now, thank goodness. She was fucking annoying. I'm glad she's gone. I will not miss her. I understand that people simp for that character. They think it's a hot leech, but that is a hot mess of an annoying character. Cool design, cool costume. I do like the voice actress with the anime she's been in, but that is one annoying character. That is one really fucking annoying character, and I'm glad they're gone. So, this episode, we saw Yanma harnessing the power of lightning. He's 4, you could say. But yeah, he uses the power of lightning, and he goes a little bit crazy with power in this episode. He gets a bit of a power trip. But also in this episode, you sort of have Yanma and Raculus sort of reconciling and sort of forgiving one another as they sort of come to terms with each other, as they kind of understand what it was like to be on each end of the big power trip that they've both been in. Now, one of the scenes we get in this episode is Raculus apologizing to Yanma for like all the shit he's caused, but Yanma doesn't give a shit. And then at the end of the episode, you have Yanma and Raculus having this heart-to-heart talk about how all this power, when it goes to your head, it can make you a horrible person. And one of the things that Raculus says to Yanma, and I do apologize if I butcher this, because I had to rewind it a couple of times, where Raculus says when he thought that Yanma died, he couldn't hide the joy that it brought to his face, and that's why he started laughing. Because, he's that much of a sick fuck that he started laughing. I think so. I'm not sure. I need, like, a proper good translation, because I feel like it's kind of loosey-goosey. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. People will probably correct me with whatever subs they watch down below, and go with that. But this episode, like I said, we get the big reveal of the special powers that all the kings have, and they've got to unite to be kings and have a leader, which is an interesting concept as well, because in King Oja, they've never really had a Red Ranger that leads them. They all just do their own thing, and they all just band together when the time is near. Like, they've never had, like, a Red Ranger calling the shots, like, not in your traditional Sentai where the Red's the leader that we've seen before. So they were trying to decide on who can be the leader, and I was scratching my head thinking, that's kind of crazy, because, usually at the start of Sentai, Red's calling the shots, but King Oja has been very different with its storytelling ever since straight out of the get-go. So, I get that. Now, the gags in this episode were pretty good, because they're just so wacky and zany, and the, tonal whiplash you get with this episode is insane, where it goes from serious to, jokes, and then serious again, and then you have this nice wholesome moment between the characters. The big joke in this episode. So to decide who's going to be the leader, what all the King Ogres do is they all morph and they've got these balloons on their head, and if they get popped, then they get eliminated. And jokes ensue when this gag begins. Like, even when it starts off, like, Gira shows up and he has no idea what's going on, and he's trying to, and Dracula says, "I'll put this on your head," and he starts helping him out, trying to put it on his head, and Gira's like, "No, I've got this, which was a nice little moment, because it shows that Draculus is like a caring big bro, trying to help out his younger brother. I thought that was a cute little moment, I will say that. But then, like, Gira's the first to get eliminated, and then you have Jeremy holding a Mofun hostage in front of Rita, and then there's this joke between Dabowski and Himino, where every time when Himino smashes Dabowski's balloon, it's like Himino's mom, it's Himino's dad, and then it's Sebastian, then it's like Sebastian fat, then it's Sebastian as his true identity. It's probably in that wrong order, but that's just like the gag they kept doing, and it just kept getting that silly and outrageous throughout the episode, because, you know, Dabowski's going to cheat and sort of like weasel his way to the top, because, you know, he has no honor sometimes, which was a lot of fun as well. And then, like, when Gira goes off to look over the kingdom, he comes back, and then everyone's wrestling, and it's like proper wrestling, because Jeremy uses his strings, his spider webs, as a wrestling rope, and he does like the grapple, which was insane. Like, he does the rope grapple and just launches himself, and everyone's sort of like using wrestling moves on each other. I'm sure that the suit actors had a lot of fun with whatever they were doing in this episode, because they were just picking each other and throwing them each other all over the place. But like I said, Hillbell's the Galactabug to get destroyed in this episode, and you have this team up moment between Gira and Yanma where they have their bro moment, and they work together, and they're able to defeat Hillbell in the end. So overall, this was an alright episode. I'm kind of like surprised, and I don't know what to think of this big final power up that we're all getting, because it's like the end game reveal that we're getting in the show, well, close to the end game. It's like this last minute power up that our heroes are going to be getting. I know we've got like 6 to 5 episodes left, but it feels so weird to get something like this week, when last week Yanma hacked all the swords, all the calibers, and made them programmed to defeat an immortal with what Doug Dead enhanced Draculus's sword on, which is also a bit weird. So they're getting this special power up that represents them. So I get what they're doing as well. Like, everyone's getting their own special power up, and they're all gonna have their special moment defeating each one of the sort of jesters. I get that. I mean, that's been something I've been predicting for a while. We're gonna have our one-on-one fights leading up to Doug Dead, but yeah, I just wasn't expecting like another power up to be revealed so soon. But hearing about there's a power that can shatter the universe, I do wonder if we're going to get one last final mech that has not been revealed yet or leaked from what I know of. So we'll have to wait and see. But overall, King Ohger episode 44? Question mark? Yeah, 44. I enjoyed it. I like grievances aside, I thought this was a fun episode, and we'll see where it goes moving forward near the finale, because we're almost at the end game, and by the end of February, we'll be done with King Ohger, which is crazy to say. But anyway, guys, what did you think of this episode? Love it, hate it? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. With that said, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day or night, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Take care. Bye.